I want to talk to you today about what's blocking your growth. Victoria and I were in another city walking through a park, and it was full of these huge cactus plants. They stood over 30 feet tall, all kinds of incredible shapes. I was amazed at not only how beautiful they were, but how big they were. As we continued through the park, enjoying all the sights, we came to a group of cactus that looked the same type as the large cactus, but they were only about my height. I went over to them and looked closer, trying to figure out why they were so much shorter. I said to Victoria, they must be a different kind. She looked up and said, "No, Joel, it's that tree." There was this large oak tree, and its branches were keeping the sun from hitting these cactus. What's interesting is they have the same potential as the cactus that were 30 feet tall. They're in the same soil, same climate, same weather conditions. The only difference was something was blocking their growth. And because they're constantly in the shade, they're only a fraction of what they were created to be. And I wonder if something is blocking your growth. Are you under the shade of what someone spoke over you, told you what you couldn't do, how you're not that talented? Now that shade is limiting your life. Are you under the shade of intimidation, afraid to step out in faith, thinking of all the things that could go wrong? Do you have friends that are blocking your growth, causing you to compromise, do things that are holding you back? What could you become if you got out from under that shade? How high could you go if you made some adjustments? The good news is the potential is still in you. You can still become who you were created to be. You just have to get out from under that shade. Remove what's blocking your growth and you'll begin to blossom. You'll go to new levels. There's nothing wrong with you. You have the life of Almighty God in you. He created you to rise higher, to be successful, confident, to leave your mark. I was talking to a man and he was so down on himself because of past mistakes. He went on and on telling me everything he had done wrong. He was so focused on his past that it was poisoning his future. You may have made mistakes. We all have. But don't let guilt stunt your growth. Come out from under that shade. Quit thinking about all the things you've done wrong, living in regrets, thinking you've seen your best days. When you live guilty, you're in agreement with the enemy. He's called the accuser. He'll remind you of every mistake you've made for the last 20 years. He'd love for you to go through life feeling wrong about yourself. What he's trying to do is stunt your growth. He'll do his best to keep you in the shade. He knows your potential. He knows you were created to soar. That's why he works overtime trying to make us feel guilty, whispering, "You don't measure up. You failed again. You blew your diet. You didn't spend enough time with your children." There's always some reason to be down on ourselves. You have to put your foot down and say, "No thanks, I'm not living under that shade. I know I'm forgiven, I'm redeemed, my past is over, my present is secure, my future is bright." God bless you.